ER cup, and like I when I grab it, it's going to burn my fucking hands like a pint.
Yeah, that's pretty stupid. Yeah.
And I did, so. But here's the deal, Paul or Bonnie. If you have someone, especially girls, because when you fucking try to throw a girl
it's
out,
harder.
it just what you do is say, here's what
I don't think so. I think as a woman, it's even harder.
Are you really?
Because then it suddenly takes on this weird tone of like,
you're not one of us.
Like I've had girls be like, "You're jealous." It's like,
I feel like that we come off like bachelorette parties, which don't often have it, but sometimes I find I got to tread a little bit more lightly in dealing with them because I'll come off like the guy sort of beating up the girls like a misogynist. Yeah. That's how I feel.
Someone thinks we're wrong about hecklers,
that's like way more acceptable than a woman yelling at another woman.
Yeah, that's
this
true.
guy thinks we're wrong about hecklers.
Well, we'll get to him. By the way, I just want to tell the one story I have about the. There was I was on Long Island, whatever that club is, and there was 2 bachelorette parties, and one was huge and the other one was small.
Those are good clubs too.
I dealt with it was really a fun show, and I dealt with the big bachelorette party first, and then I realized this other. So I talked to them.
Are they all chatting during this?
No, they were fun. They were good. Yeah. And so I'm talking to the other bachelor party, and then I go, "But yours is so small." And then I go, "Look how big this one is." And it was the woman who was getting married was fat, like big.
Oh,
and so everyone in the audience.
Oh, you go, "Look how big this one is."
But I meant the bachelorette party. Like I go, "Look how big this one is," and everyone knows. I know. She knows. It's like, and then I go, I mean, it's like, there's a lot of people. And then everyone knows. And then the woman who I said it to, she goes, "Are you calling me fat?" And just like as a joke. And so like a release the attention. Yeah. And it was funny, but it was like.
Tell them what happened in Pittsburgh. Because it was years ago. Go ahead. We were working together when I first started working with her. Mm-hmm. And back then, my audience was fucking ruthless.
Because of the O&A thing.
Yeah, I mean,
well, I never talked to the audience, and then he told me one time, he goes, "You have to talk to them." Like, sometimes I would say, like, they'd heckle me or say something, I'd be like, "I'm not that kind of comedian."
Oh, okay. Let me go back to reading my book then. Yes. What did you think they were going to say?
I don't know.
Like a bully beating you up at school. I really don't care for being beaten up. All right, I'll stop.
Yeah. Guess what? Okay, I'm the wrong person to do that, too, because I don't come back. Anyway, so I was getting heckled. And
we're
it was
at the
awful.
Pittsburgh Improv.
Yeah, so I just walked off stage, and I went around behind the audience.
In the back of the room.
Yeah, and I go, "Miss me now?" And there's no one on stage, and the guy goes, "No."
That's a great story.
Then, all of a sudden, because she's doing these hell gigs with, I mean, they're not hell, but they're
But
tough.
I just, like, wasn't,
Okay.
I was like an LA punk, no.
We have a lot of Sunday
just
stuff.
walked off and you were gone.
But I'm telling you, it was
That's
right
Sunday stuff.
after that
So
I
everybody
actually started pulling
get on
it
the
out. Like, I
Sundays,
actually
get on
kind of
that
figured
mountain,
out
come
how
to that
to
mountain
do
up there.
stand up on the road.
We need
Because
to
I
have that
never went on the
mountain
road.
position. This is key
I
for
went on the
Pilgrim
road in
Bluff.
Canada when I
Where
first started,
infantry
and
is
then
right
I
now.
was just
We need to conquer
pretty
the
much
mountain
in
to
LA. Like, I was in New York
who
and
have
then
a chance to win base.
LA. And I rode on TV shows, so I just was a weekend comic, and I would do,
And they're usually nice audiences, and you're not dealing with
you're
that
not dealing. You're doing 15-minute sets. I had a really hard time doing more than 15 minutes, even though I had a ton of material. But it's just like it is a skill. You have to like.
But I remember when she made a transition, because I remember seeing her put her foot on the front table and lean in.
Yes, that's right.
Like a
little bit of courage.
Look at me, and then. She killed in Cincinnati. We were doing Cincinnati Funny Bone.
This wasn't too long after Pittsburgh.
She killed.
Like something happened. Like I.
And then
Go Bananas.
No, Funny Bone. And fuck Go Bananas.
Just
Fucking
look up
horrible room.
in
It's so embarrassing. This story. I can't.
So right now we are like
opening
10
for you or
people
headlining?
online.
No,
She's middle arm host. And then after her set,
This
after
is
she
where
did
the real
well,
This was like 10 years ago. 11.
yeah, she went, "Thank you, Cincinnati."
I did a good. It was like probably my first good show that I'd ever had on the road.
Like she was the Who.
Yes.
Like she
And
was
then
Roger Daltrey. Good night, Cincinnati.
he saw it, and then he literally for 2 years. He would just be like, "Good night, Cincinnati," to me all the time. Sometimes the lights would be off. We'd be going to sleep. "Good night, Cincinnati."
You talked to him on the phone. "Good night, Cincinnati."
Yes, it was like unbearable.
But it is a thing. Like people say, like, "Oh, is it easy?" Blah blah blah. I always say the hardest thing is to let yourself truly be yourself on stage. It takes a long time to like get to that point where you can kind of just go, the funny you off stage, maybe a little bit exaggerated on stage. And I think we all sort of in the beginning write sort of stuff I think they're going to like, and then you start to find your voice. It's more personal,
right?
You know.
Well, I think too, though, like you get nervous before you go on, and then at a certain point, you've done it so many times. Like once you hit the mic and start talking, it kind of you just go into like the mode of what you know how to do.
I love this that Rich gets mad at a guy for laughing. What are your announcements before the show now? Do you have the house go like, please turn off all your cell phones and please keep your laughter to 6 decibels. It will upset the headliner. Thank you.
To a minimum, please keep your laughter
to a minimum.
I know it's hard. He's hilarious. He's a genius. Yes,
right. And please do not hand me a hot cup of coffee in a pint glass.
Well, that's the thing. You get too comfortable in a way on stage, because I've had it before where I've started, like, say you start doing a joke, but then you see something in the audience and you just shift away, and they have no idea that that's not the joke anymore. Like, and suddenly they're all confused.
Yeah, you come back to it. That's all.
I know, but it's like, have you ever done? You've done it before. You might not notice, but where you do something on stage. Like recently, I got on stage and I forgot my first joke.
The first one?
Yes, because I was working out the set for Colbert, and I was like, and I changed because I had the first joke, and then I changed it.
You had a really good set too, by the way.
A lot of people are talking about it.
Really?
My friend Matt saw it.
Oh, good.
I'm telling you better. Just the fact that I tweeted it, you know how many people saw it?
It's about her. It's not about you tweeting it.
Yes, it is. Because once I give my approval,
I would not be where I am today without legendary Rich Foss pulling me up.
Genius.
I give my thumbs up.
I had a pint glass thrown at me on stage at the comedy store in London. I was there for the first time, and they said,
"How long ago was that?"
Oh, it must have been, I don't know, 10 years ago, no, 8 years ago. And the guy goes to me, "They're going to heckle you." I go, why? He goes, because you're American, and they don't kind of like you, and they're going to test you. I go, all right. And I had to
wait. Other countries don't like Americans? Is that what you're trying to say? Like,
no, I think
because we are the greatest country in the world, and other people know that.
Well, I
right?
think somebody's going to make America great. We're not quite there yet, but
we were great,
right? Yeah, but I guess the Brits in particular, because of the whole whatever. I don't know. So I go on stage and they pound. They don't do they don't do a table service, so they pound pints, 2 acts, intermission, and then you can bring them back.
Yeah.
So they're as fucked up as you. It's like a third show fucking gig anywhere. And I start hearing yank, like fucking pussy, but and then I just went right back at him, right? And then all of a sudden, fucking a pint of beer right by my head.
Oh my God!
I go, well, that's why you don't play baseball here. You can't throw, you fucking pussy. And the whole place laughed. God. And I got him, and then I got to finish through my set. But it was like...
Your adrenaline must
Well, the whole night I was stressed because I was waiting for the heckle, and it didn't happen like the first set.
Yeah, right.
And I thought,
they're not drunk enough.
Yeah, exactly. I dodged a bullet. It was crazy.
I did, when I was in England, I was at some fucking place.
Junglers?
One of the Junglers, their loud room.
Oh, yeah.
But they put on a fucking American open micer before me.
Jesus.
Okay, he stinks, and there's the thrill. They're the American. We're done with fucking Americans now.
Yeah, they're gonna eat them alive.
You know, and then I had to follow this fucking horrible. He was an open micer, and I go, why would they put him on before me?
Yeah.
And it just, I mean, I don't know. It's just whatever the room. You know, they're so weird over there. Like Amsterdam. It's easy to work.
Yeah, I've never worked there. Yeah?
You've never been to Amsterdam?
No, everyone says I should go. There in Australia, I haven't worked there.
I never did Australia. If Eddie If can do well there, anybody can. Right? I mean, if Eddie, you got to know that. If Eddie If is big in Australia, you know, I'd be a fucking, I would be a ruler there. That's all I'm saying.
Genius to the 10th power.
It's just another, you know, look.
Yeah. But Amsterdam, good? They're into it?
Well,
nice?
Amsterdam, they're smart. I don't know, they're smart. Every time we've done Amsterdam, it's always gone well. I've done, you know, they used to have TV shows that we used to tape there. And we were there like a year and a half, 2 years ago, Bonnie and I, at some festival there. And yeah, the crowds were great. I remember one show was me, Tony Woods, and what the fuck's his name? He was in
I
there.
don't think this was interesting to anyone.
Oh, okay.
866-969-1969. He loves to just list off people and places he's been. It's like, what?